Okay, guys. Yeah. Now that we've set up the confidence monitor, we want to make sure that it's showing the correct screen. So I'm going back over to our Pro Presenter Mac that we have, and that way we can kind of see the different screens that are here. So there's a very different screen look, as you can see, that we have right here. So let me go back to this. This is kind of what we want for musical worship. As you can see, the words are really bigger. They're bold. You can see them. What's coming up next is in yellow, and that is able to really help the musical worship band from just kind of reading the words that are back there. However, that's not really going to work once we go down to the message of the day. We want it to look more like this because Sarah, who is preaching for this week example that I'm using, or Dan, or whoever might be preaching, they're going to be looking about what is the slide that's on the screen and what's the one that's going to be coming next. And now I'm going to show you a little bit how to choose those different individual looks for each individual group. So for I Thank God, which is the first song that we have doing this Sunday. As you can see, there's this little mini icon right here. It looks like a dude kind of standing behind a podium. That's the stage icon. How we're going to do that is if I was to go and remove the action right there. So if we're on this, there we go. So this is more of the stage slide setup that we kind of have. Now, if I was to go to I Thank God, that first slide, it's going to look different than how we originally had it because it's still registering under that previous stage look. So here's how we're going to come in and change that. We're going to go to Add Action, and we're going to go to Stage right here. And you can see it says Stage Layouts, basically what kind of look do you want for each thing. So we have the NDI, which is our confidence monitor, and we're going to go down and select Confidence Monitor Lyrics. Now, this is a personal preference thing. Let's see, when we click it, it goes right back to it. A personal preference thing is I make sure that every single slide that's on this individual grouping all has that confidence monitor lyrics set up. That way, if whoever is doing slides gets confused by any reason or doesn't click that very first initial slide, there's no issues, and we're just always in this grouping or in this kind of look on the confidence monitor before going to the next little bit, because it would really suck if all of these were not selected as the NDI confidence monitor lyrics, and the individual who's doing slides maybe selects in the middle somewhere or selects that first slide that doesn't have it, the verse 1 slide, and maybe it doesn't have a stage set up, and it looks weird and it looks wrong, and that's hard to read from the back or from the stage. So, and then we're going to come over here to the announcements bit. This would kind of actually be an example of this. I'll actually give an example of what I just said. So we're currently right now on lyrics. If I click up here, on our announcements, we only have the stage setup that's on that first slide. So if I went and I clicked on this guy, you're not going to see any of that, any of the different slides that are being clicked on from the back. So just to make sure that it's just a little bit easier, we're just going to select all these, and we're going to add an action, add the stage, and make sure that NDI Confidence Monitor Slides is on all of them. And boom, voila, there it goes. And then that way, even if we're up here and we're seeing that, and that's great and that's awesome, if we just click right here randomly at any different point, it's going to immediately pop up like so. So that's really nice. And you're going to want to make sure that that is on all of them. And that you have an idea as to which ones need to be lyrics and which ones need to be speaker. It's always a good general note that this kind of speaker look that we have here, that is always for any sort of sermon or anything along those lines. So yeah, and I hope this helped.